Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys thought I was doing that on accident? I was trolling you guys. I knew I was muted the whole time. But I wanted to see if you guys could understand what I was saying just by communication of my hands and by my eyes and lip reading. How many of you guys could lip read that? You guys got what I said, right? I want to see. What did you guys think I said in the chat? Right at what was I talking about, huh? Come on, you guys know, right? This was just a test. All right. So what I was saying, I'll repeat. Giving us free packs. Yeah, I was talking about giving everyone free packs in SPS. Yes. Oh, Eric actually got it. Eric actually got it pretty close. So let me start over. Hello, hola, kamusta, moin, salamat, privyet, bonjour. I'm missing a couple, but namaste. Hope you guys are doing well. And yes, this is my first day of full-time content creation. So I've been talking about it for a while, and now it's finally happening. It is both exciting. It's a little bit scary. I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work. Is this just gonna totally bomb and tank? I don't know. This is kind of crazy to think about being full-time here, and it's wild. So thank you guys for being here. I'm glad I can spend part of my first day with you guys. You might be thinking, if you're full-time content creation, why isn't there like 5 videos about Splinterlands today out already? Well, just to let you guys know, content creation, there's more going on behind the scenes than just a million videos and a million hours towards streaming, okay? So I actually spent I'm on like hour 8 of working today, and my first 4 hours or so was basically setting up some new channel art, setting up some tax info, got my sponsor, ZenSports, I was working with. I was doing something for them. What else was I doing? Just trying to set up pretty much a lot of things for the future donation links. You know, if you guys tip now, there should be stream alerts, or if you subscribe, things like that. So while my entire day, yes, is full-time content creation and gaming, I've spent 0 of that today making videos, and I've spent 0 of that today actually playing Splinterlands. So this is my first time I've actually even opened up Splinterlands today, is right here, right now. So welcome everybody. I'm glad that you guys are here. It's so good that you guys are here today. I see a lot of old channel followers, lots of people that have been here before. So thank you guys for being here once again today. Essentially, I'm trying to start some weekly rhythms, and one of the weekly rhythms that I want to start for streaming is to do a market update. So I know many of you guys are here for Splinterlands. We're going to talk about Splinterlands market, but I also want to discuss kind of the overall crypto market, and to also do some coins that I find interesting. I would say I want to give a heads up. I want to give a warning straight out of the gate. I'm not great at technical analysis. I've learned, I've studied, but some of these streams are mostly going to be me practicing technical analysis and trying to help us understand where the market is going. But there are much better people, way better at it than me. So please bear with me. Please don't take everything I say with 100% certainty, okay? I'm going to give you guys some ideas. I'm going to give us some thoughts to discuss and talk. But just because I say something looks bullish to me or something looks bearish, you know, don't believe everything I say. So that's all I'll say for now. But really, these market updates, I want to just have a discussion so that we can have a little bit more awareness. Like, for instance, when the whole market was going down a month ago, that could have been a good signal for a lot of us, maybe our bigger Splinterland assets, to maybe sell out some of them and to hold some stable coins or put them into credits, and then, you know, reinvest back when the price got lower. So there's opportunity there, I think, if we're paying a little attention to the market. So this isn't going to be a gameplay video. There'll be the rest of the week, Tuesday through Friday, maybe even some Saturdays or Sundays here or there, for a bunch of gameplay. But today on Mondays and every Monday, I just want to do, let's look at the market together. Let's check in, see how things are going with Splinterlands cards, SPS, DEC, look at how, Bitcoin and ETH are doing so that we can get a feel of what should we be doing with our assets and that we can be aware, because as we play to earn, we want to get the most value out of our assets by making sure we're investing at the right times, that we're buying up at the right times, maybe selling and taking profits at the right time. I want to get better at that. I want to help us all to get better at that, because as my new channel background, let's see if I can pull it up here. My whole thing is for you guys is helping the small investors, and let's see if I can pull it up a little bit bigger here. First of all, here at the channel banner, I want you guys to see, don't be whale food, okay? What I want us all to be doing, I know we are small investors, not a ton of money out there. We don't have a lot of funds to invest. I want to make sure we don't be whale food. We're not selling all of our assets when we should be buying, and then buying a bunch of assets when the market is way pumping up and we're just wasting a bunch of money. I want us to be intelligent, that even though we have a small amount to put in these games, that we are playing and earning and doing our best to go from krills. We're all krills right now, or at least most of us are krills, to at least, some minnows here, and then move up to one day. Maybe it'll take 5 years, maybe it'll take 10, 20 years. I don't know, but I want to help us all to become some whales out there. And right now we're just little krills trying to survive and not be whale food. So that's the goal. I hope you guys like the new channel art. That's one of the things I did today. I think it's pretty funny. We got the little krill here. We're gonna have to have a contest maybe to name the krill. But for now, we're just the krill crew. This is our krill. He's holding Sheeb and Doge, kind of the bottom tier stuff. Then we got the minnow holding polka dot. And then we got the big whale, holding bags of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I like it. I like it. I hope you guys like it as well. Awesome. Yeah, good seeing you guys. Pumped for this general sale, man. I am too. All right, so a couple of things before we get into the market. Of course, I want to give a shout out to some of our, we'll do a little promo here. So when I say promo, you say yay. Ready? Promo. Yay. Promo. Yay. Promo. In the chat, say yay. the Y-E-Y. Yay. All right, cool. So first up, I just want to mention our sponsor, our partner, ZenSports, because one, they're helping us do this full-time content creation thing. So everyone, you better say, let's go ZenSports, let's go. And you should also be celebrating ZenSports because they have a ton of awesome tournaments coming up. They're just running one with Clove, which I think had, what was it, $5,000 in the Chaos Legion pool. I think all the qualifiers are done, but they got the other one coming up. And then we have the $1,000 Rookie Esports League that I'm going to be hosting each Friday. The first one is not this Friday, but next Friday. We already have 200 participants. I want to see, let's see, can we do it? Can we get 500 people in week one of the Esports League? Do you guys think it's possible? If you don't know about this tournament, essentially it goes on for 7 weeks. Each of your top 32 placements will earn you circuit points, and then the top people from there will go into a final tournament where top 4 receive $500, $300, $150, and $50. So you can literally win this whole tournament, this Esports League, and have enough to buy an entire silver deck, or maybe even 2 or 3 silver decks that are actually good and competitive. So I want to see you guys all in this tournament. If you're not signed up already, boom, go there. And ZenSports, our sponsor, is the ones providing the hot, sexy $1,000 for the tournament. So again, you want to go thank ZenSports. They're doing awesome things for all of us. And then a couple more channel updates. Is that okay? Can I do a couple more channel updates before we get into talking about the market? First thing is, if you want to, in the description below, there's a bunch of new links that I want you guys to check out. So here we go. We got Twitter first. I don't really use Twitter for just for some personal reasons. I don't think it does great things to my mental health when I'm constantly on Twitters. So that's why it says Luke's Play to Earn announcements. If you guys want to get updates, I'll be posting when I go live, things like that. But I won't be like really using it to interact with people. I might throw up a quick announcement like, hey, here's what I think about this thing, but I'm probably not going to take a bunch of time to reply and actually spend time on Twitter, just because, again, for my own mental health, I don't think Twitter is the best place to spend my time. But if you want to follow there for quick announcements, that's a place to go. Second little plug for me here. Nikki's on. Nikki, guys, everyone say hi, Nikki. Nikki is an amazing, she was like one of the best supporters of my previous channels. And oops, I forgot to copy and paste the whole thing. But yeah, good to see you, Nikki. Hope you're having a great new year. Long time no see. Hope you are doing swell. Second thing I want to plug real quick is if you want to join and be a channel member, we're going to be using DonorBox. And the reason we're using DonorBox instead of YouTube membership, don't tell YouTube I told you this, but YouTube actually takes 30% of all of your membership. So if you are, giving a channel $10 through YouTube, they're actually only getting like $6 from that. Okay, so DonorBox actually only really takes, I think, 2% plus the processing fee. So really, I get to keep like 95% of all your channel membership. And because you guys are trying to donate and become members, I want to get, I don't want you to spend your money and give that to YouTube. I don't want you to spend your money and give it to other companies. If you're supporting the channel as much as I can, I want that support to go straight to the channel. And just for that reason, if you want to tip, there's also a fiat tip button for Stream Elements instead of the YouTube super chats, because again, those YouTube cuts are pretty big. But just for $5 a month, you will get access to the private Discord, and eventually we're going to make that public and there'll be a private channel within it. But for now, just this month, it's just going to be those who are channel members as we start the Discord, which is going to give you greater access into things like talking about guilds and where we want this channel to go, new games, all that stuff. There's other, tiers here where you can see vlogs, behind the scenes stuff, priority play, weekly Discord coaching calls, one-on-one hangouts, all that stuff. So if you want to sign up for monthly memberships, you can there. And then, as I said earlier, if you want to tip, I prefer you guys using now. I've set up a Stream Element tip, so Super Chat doesn't take all of the money. There's also a crypto tipping link here if you want to donate pretty much any crypto that's on, I think, Coinbase. You can tip there. And for now, that's it. I'll shut up. Okay, is that good? That was enough promo for now, I think. That was a lot. So thank you guys for hanging in. But I've been working all day on trying to get stuff set up so that, tomorrow and the next day and the next day is more just streams and video content creation. So hopefully it all makes sense. And really, I can only keep this thing going as long as people keep supporting it. And whether that's financially or if you guys can just watch and support and like and comment, all that stuff greatly helps. So thank you guys for supporting this channel. And for now, I will shut up about it. Sound good? What makes it a rookie league for ZenSports? It's going to be a bronze league. So essentially, if you can use level 3 summoners for rares, and that's about it. You can go look here. If you go to leagues, let's see, where am I? Oh, here we go. So level limits 2. A level 2 summoner, essentially there aren't really any commons anymore, or a level 2 epic, or a level 1 legendary. So just above the novice league is about it. Well, thank you, Nikki. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you. Awesome. All right, so let's talk about the market. We've been chatting, we've been hanging out, we've been talking about some channel updates, but let's start talking about the market and see where do we think it's headed? What is kind of my strategy right now? So we'll start with Splinterlands. We'll expand out from there to other things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, other gaming tokens we're interested in, and do a little technical analysis. But one thing that I want to point out is that essentially we're back down to card prices that we saw, let's see, I want to say in October, once the reward cards came out, had a week to gain some supply. A lot of these cards were down at the 5-cent range, and now they had pumped to 25 cents. Now they're back down to 5 cents. So this is a great time, even though there's a bunch of reward cards that we really don't love. They're not incredible for these commons. Some of these cards, though, if you level up and you're thinking about a long-term deck, some of these cards, like, oh, all of a sudden a Pellicore Conjurer gets a level 4 Magic Reflect, that is a pretty big deal. So now, these 30 cards, instead of them being, $10 to buy 30 Pelican Conjurers, you're now talking about, what is that? Just over $1 for a level 4 Pelacor Conjurer. So right now, the way I'm approaching this season of Splinterlands is the market obviously is down, DEC is down, SPS is down. What I'm doing is looking at this as an opportunity for us small guys to finally get into Splinterlands and sink our teeth. The rental market is just not as worth it anymore. The rental market, when DEC price was high, means we got more DEC per win. Now that our DEC win per match has gone down because the price has gone down, renting is really not as valuable anymore. Maybe it's still worth it to rent to Silver 3, and we're going to be testing out that. But for the most part, renting higher and higher and higher is getting less and less worth it as the DEC price continues to drop down. So right now, my strategy is this. We have the general sale coming out in, what is this? 9 days. Oh, well, this ends in 9 days, and the general sale will probably be a week after that. I think it was January 17th, if I'm not mistaken. So about 2 weeks exactly from now is when I think the general sale is coming out. So if you're like, should I buy cards now? Should I wait for a little bit? What's the good strategy? Here's how I'm doing it. You always, in investing, everything that I've learned is essentially you want to scale into your positions. So if you're buying Bitcoin, buy a little at 20,000, buy a little at 25,000, goes up to 30,000, buy a little bit more. If it goes down back to 27, buy a little bit more. You want to scale into your positions once you find prices that you are happy with. It doesn't mean that it can't go down further from there. Of course it could go further down from there. We don't know. These cards could eventually be 2 cents. No one knows for sure, but at the same time, you don't know if they're going to go up. So right now, I think is an opportunity to start buying a little bit here and there is my strategy. Wait for the general sale in 2 weeks. There's going to be more supply flooded on the market, more people buying packs. And then all of a sudden, maybe prices will go down if the crypto market is still in a down trend, or you can kind of argue maybe it's in a sideways down trend right now. So for me, what I'm starting to do is I'm starting to think about what summoners I want and what decks I want to start to build right now. So if you think about it, really in this game, if you're playing at a bronze or silver level, what you really need to do is build up 2 different decks. Now, luckily, I had a generous donor, our Sugar Mum, give me a level 2 summoner of each of the new Chaos Legion summoners, which is a huge help to me. But I still want to build up, I'm thinking a level 3 deck. Let's say, Tarsa is one that I'm looking at. It's pretty reasonable. Now, this is not like if you have 0 money to invest, it's not a great opportunity. But if you have a little bit here and there, let's say you can invest maybe $50 or $100 right now to buy into this game. A level 3 Tarsa is 14 cards. You're going to get to play level 4 commons, level 3 rares, level 2 epics, and then why I'm going for level 3 is to have a level 2 legendary. Level 2 legendaries all have different abilities added on and can be very impactful. So Tarsa is one that I'm looking at as far as summoners. 14 of them would be, what is that? I'm just going to start pulling out a calculator because I should be on Peak Monsters, but I'm not logged in right now. So we're talking about $65, so a little bit of a price tag, but let's say you had $100 to invest. Maybe this Tarsa, after the general sale hits and more supply comes out, maybe you can get them around $4 a pop. And then all of a sudden, it's 4 times 14. Now you're talking about 56. If you can get, I would love to get 2 level 3 summoners, but if not, maybe you have less. You can look at just a level 2. And the reason why level 2 cards are amazing is that it allows you to play level 3 commons, 2 rares, and 2 epics. Now, there's not a huge boost. If you go look at cards on the market, really what you're usually adding to cards like that, let's go to a monster, is mostly just adding an extra health or speed. Usually you're not getting abilities into cards until level 4, 5, or 6. So like Pelacor, Deceiver, you're getting an extra speed. And then the next level, you get an extra attack damage and a speed. So you might be thinking, okay, who cares? That is just 1 extra attack. That's just 1 extra speed. What's the big deal? Well, you got to be thinking about in silver and in bronze, one of the biggest things is a lot of people, including myself, for the longest time, have just had level 1 cards because we haven't had good opportunities to buy up these summoners. And so even if you can get just a level 2, which right now is 5 cards times 460, $23. You can take some of your SPS airdrops if you don't have enough, DEC you can use, maybe you have some money that you can invest into credits. $23 isn't that crazy. You can get 2 summoners for that for $50, and then slowly over time you can either rent some leveled up monsters, or you can, you know, start to look at individual monsters that you want to level up to level 2 or to level 3. So that's what I'm thinking right now, is I'm starting to layer in. I'm starting to buy a little bit at a time with the idea that these could continue to go down once the general sale hits in 2 weeks. But even if it goes down, I would not be bummed to be buying up a $4.60 Tarsa. I will not be bummed to buy a $350 General Sloan. I will not be bummed to buy a $4.30 Kelia. Because even if it goes to $3 or $2, it's really not that much more that I'm spending. So I'm fine leveling up some summoners and then grabbing some monsters that are pretty dang cheap right now as well. So my essential strategy, what I'm thinking at the moment, is I want a level 3 Tarsa. I want a level 3 Kelia. Luckily, I already got level 2s donated to me, so thank you again, Sugar Mom. And then Quix the Devious. If you didn't know this, a legendary summoner already gives you the 3 common, 2 rares, and 2 epic monsters. So you can buy one of these for $28.50. And now you're talking about 3 summoners, potentially for $75. This is, while that still seems like a lot of money, that's quite less than, you know, compare that to 2 months ago. You're talking about spending $200 on summoners like these, at least for level 2 and a level 1 legendary. So these are pretty dang good prices. I think the market is in a good spot for us, and renting, while it may not be very beneficial anymore, those are the 3 summoners that I am looking to grab for sure. And then I'm going to be grabbing some epics, some legendaries, and even these cheap cards like a Chihuahua. Let's say they're 94 cents right now. This thing used to be up at $5. You can go grab them and, you know, make a level 3 card, get some extra health, get an extra attack on this, get an extra armor. I love Chihuahua. I can come over here to Lava Launcher, grab a level 3 Lava Launcher. Again, not much craziness here, but, or no, this would be a level 2. But you can get the extra heart on it. And just these little small advantages over your opponents that have level 1 cards. I'm already climbing in silver pretty quickly. I got to 17, I think I was at 1800 rating. I lost a couple matches today. But just by playing with these level 2 summoners, I'm actually doing pretty well in silver 1 and earning, you know, 15 to 20 DEC a win. So I think this is the time, guys. This is our time as small investors. If we have a little bit that we can get into this game, this will be pretty dang helpful. So give me 1 second here, guys. I need to call my wife. She just called me, but then I'll be right back for the rest of my point. Alright, sorry about that. Wanted to make sure that she was alright. We're good to go. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? What is your strategy here? That's how I'm thinking about it. I want 2 or potentially 3 leveled up decks that can compete in silver. And not even compete in silver. I think they'll actually crush in silver is what I'm learning. And potentially even into gold 3. And maybe just rent some power. Right now I'm renting about more power than I need, so I need to go cancel some. Yeah, the rental prices are pretty cheap here too. Actually, I really do need to get onto peak monsters. Give me a second. That's the other thing is, I think I'd rather buy leveled up summoners right now, because summoners, as people combine them, the supply is going to go down. You can always buy power later, and I think power is going to be less of a requirement in the modern format. We don't know how much, but let's say potentially, let's say it's 10,000 to get into Silver 3 in Chaos modern format. We don't know for sure. But if it's 10,000 power, and let's see, we can get cards, let's say for an average of 100 CP for $1. You're talking about $100, right? If I can pull up my calculator. $100 for card power. Let's say another 50 for 2 leveled up summoners. That's 150 bucks. So that's getting a little steep. But let's say you can't get there, you can still rent. So that's my strategy. I think definitely getting some summoners. Mine, as I said, I'm going for Tarsa, I'm going for Telia, and I'm going for a nice Quicks, which I already got. So there we go. Some of us are still striving here in bronze. I know guys, but I'm telling you, if you just use some of your rewards, DEC, your SPS, you can even, I started blogging on Splinter Talk and Peaked, and you guys can do that too. You don't have to be a content creator. Using some of that money to then go buy monsters, to go buy summoners that we could potentially see even cheaper here in 2 weeks once the general sale hits. This is the time for us small people. Even though the rewards are down, the amount of DEC we're getting, SPS is down in price, all feels grim. I'm sitting here as a krill, as a small investor, being like, dude, this is like the best time to actually get in this game. And so I'm excited, and it might be a while. It might be 6 months, 8 months, a year till we really see the rewards start to come back. I don't know, but I think this is just our golden opportunity. I just don't want us to waste it. And if you have things that you can put in, I'm not saying put in your whole entire life savings, but I think you can realistically play in silver in the modern format, buy 2 leveled up summoners that you like, and do it all for $150 or less. So I think that's the good opportunity here now. But we have Dwayne in the house. Well, I gotta stop talking. Dwayne's here. Dwayne, what up? As soon as Dwayne hits, I can't. I freeze. He's too big. Dwayne, you're too big. You have what, like 5,600 subs now? I'm just kidding. Dwayne is so down to earth. He doesn't care. Dude, Dwayne, how you doing though? Happy New Year. I don't even know if I've wished you a Happy New Year yet. Hope you're doing well. Should I buy cards right now or save up for packs? So that's the other thing. Packs right now. I'll give it an update just to make sure. Packs right now, if you're a small investor like me, for one, if you open up just a few packs, maybe the average comes to what the Splinter Cards tool is $5.18. That's if you're using both potions. If you don't use both potions, never do that. But if you don't, let me just show you. That value goes down to $3.53. So even less than a pack without a voucher. So make sure you use both potions. Never open a pack without any potions. And essentially, you can get $5.18 of value. Now, the vouchers right now are still up over that. They're $2.80. So you should not be buying packs and using vouchers, in my opinion, as a small investor. You know, if you're a big investor, you're buying up hundreds of packs, trying to get the airdrop points like a Bulldog, probably like what Dwayne is doing, what some of these other players are doing. The airdrops aren't guaranteed for us small players. If you're buying 10, 20, 30 packs, you're likely not going to get the airdrops that are so cool that everybody wants. So I don't think it's actually worth it to go out and buy 30 packs. Or what were we saying? We were saying $150 for power plus 2 leveled up summoners. Let's say you go up how many, even when the general sale hits, you're talking about packs, you get 37 packs. You're probably not likely to get airdrops at that point. You might get lucky and you might get amazing cards, but at the same time, you literally could be stuck with more towards an average of $1.50 based on current market value. And so really what you're talking about is it's kind of a gamble. You could be screwed. And let's say your average isn't this $5.18. Let's say you bought 37 packs and your average was only $2.50 of value. you just lost $58 that you could have just go and spent buying card power, buying up leveled up summoners and monsters that you enjoy, that you think you can win in silver and low gold with. So for us small investors, I think that that's the strategy. I'm still going to buy packs just for fun because it's fun and I want to participate and I want to open it. But if you're just talking about as what's the most smart thing to do, I don't think actually you should go and buy packs, especially because once the general sale hits, we could see prices go even lower on these cards, the supply even go further and further out, and we might be seeing a pack value maybe even less than $4 and an average of less than $4. Who knows? We don't know for sure. But we could see an estimated basic pack of 4 commons and one rare, what you're normally going to get on average. It might dip below $1. I don't know. I don't want to say for sure. But if that's the case, you could be losing a lot of value when instead you can just be buying and focusing on 2 decks. That's what I'm telling you. All you need, 2 decks to compete all the way through Silver 1, possibly into Gold 3 with a level 2 summoners, maybe even a level 3 summoner. So yeah, that's my thought, at least as far as Splinterlands. I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys agree, disagree, have some questions about all that before we move on to the rest of the crypto market? What's the best to use in silver for summoners? I mean, best is so objective. What I think are the best deals, as I said before, Kelia, Tarsa, and getting 1 quicks. That's my strategy right now. Obsidian is good, Thaddeus is good, General Sloan in certain situations with level up monsters could even be good. But I think these two, this and Tarsa and quicks are what I'm going for. Obsidian's fine, but it's a little bit higher, and I've actually had less success with the green deck. I think green, in general, the monsters seem to be a little more pricey than other decks to me. So that's just my strategy, though. I feel like Mylar is king in bronze. I feel like Mylar has picked up a little bit in with the new Chaos Legion cards, but I don't think it's broken by any means. I think you can still counter Mylar. I don't think it's too hard. Ultimate Gaming, hey, what's up? What's up? How's it going? If you guys don't know about Ultimate Gaming, you should check out his channel as well. Most decks run on melee. Yeah, I don't know. I really think actually the magic damage in Kelia is, even without Ulrich, you can go rent an Ulrich, although you can't use them in modern format once it comes out. But even this, Oceanus plus Narissa, if you get this, 4 or 3 magic damage. Captain's Ghost, 2 magic damage. I know some of those are a little more expensive. Plus the Wavesmith's Amplify. See, if you get a leveled up Kelia, though. Okay, no, you'd have to get a higher level up Kelia to get Wavesmith magic damage too. But Oceanus, I'm telling you guys, Oceanus with an extra speed at 6 speed, you throw a slow onto their team. And then if you get a level 2 Oceanus, which you can do with a level 3 summoner, Kelia, and then it gets phased. He can dodge magic attacks, okay? It's insane. It's insane. 6 speed, you throw some slows into your team with Kelia, having phase on Oceanus. This card is still insanely powerful. And right now at $10, you can get a level 2 for 3 cards, which would be $30, adding that to your Kelia deck. Or you can go rent it. It's not that much to rent. Great advice, Luke. 300 packs or more, then expect airdrops. 600 is better, yeah. So again, as Dwayne is saying, and go watch Dwayne's channel as well. He has excellent advice if you are buying, if you have more to invest. He's great and gives lots of great advice. I'm talking about from the perspective of those who have little, and he apparently agrees. So if me and Dwayne agree on something, it's got to be 100% correct, right? Oh my gosh, we got Kaneki. What up, Kaneki? Oh man, that's my old friend Ryan from my old channel. He's a great long-time supporter of my previous channel. Everyone say, what up, Kaneki? Let's see. How do people have Jotun and Llama at bronze? Because they have lots of money? I don't know. And they don't have card power. Or they're either trying to get up in the ranking system to earn the, whatever, 20,000 DEC. All right, we got a question from Dwayne. Do you recommend focusing on noobs, building a modern deck, or trying to create a wild modern team? it's hard to say because we don't know what the rewards are going to be. But actually my thoughts have kind of changed a little bit from just playing right now with level 2 summoners is all I have. And what I've noticed is that it's still not that hard to rank up. My rating is already at silver 1. It could be a little bit higher. I lost some today. But it's definitely possible with the, I would say I have a okay, really low level deck. That's about it. And so my thought is focus on modern, and then you might still be able to compete in wild and do okay. Now the problem is for wild, the power requirements are going to be kept the same. Modern, we don't know. They're supposed to be lowered. I don't know how much lower. So renting power might be a little bit more difficult for the wild league, and that's maybe something that pushes us out of the wild league. But I think if you have a good leveled up modern deck, I think you'll be fine in low silver in the wild league anyways. And maybe there's a card or two that you want to rent to keep, you know, climbing the wild, but I really don't think you're gonna have a problem in wild. If we're winning right now, this is essentially the wild format, right? All cards can be used right now because they haven't split the 2 leagues. And if, you know, let's just go to my own tier. We have level 2 summoners across the board because of Sugar Mum. And other than that, we don't have that many. We have a couple Sugar Mum cards also gave us, you know, a couple of these cards that are worth $2 or so in each of these decks. So Sugar Mum, thank you for the extremely huge donation there. But it's not like, I mean, these are level 1 cards for the most part. And we're doing just fine in the wild format. So I really think that if you just focus on a modern format, that you might be okay in wild, and it may not be worth it to play in both anyways. So that's my advice. I don't know how that will go, but that's what I'm doing. Focus on modern, see how it goes in wild, maybe rent a couple there or here or there if you need to. Video Game Lover, congrats on 50 watching. Well, thank you, Video Game Lover. Thanks for showing up today. Hope you had a good day at school. Yeah, Ulrich 0.4 DEC right now. Again, he won't be able to be used in the modern format, but yeah, I got one for 0.36 DEC a day based on using him or using the Peak Monsters auto rent. I did a video on this already, but in case you missed it, just use the auto bid settings. And while Ulrich at some points has been like 20 DEC if you try to get him right off the market, I'm renting him from the Peak Monsters auto bid system for 0.3 DEC a day, and he is, that's what I'm saying. If you can just rent some of these wild format cards using the Peak Monsters auto bid system for cheap, you can probably just play in both. Thanks Kaneki, appreciate it. Thanks for making that update video. Yeah, I know, I miss you guys. I miss the old Walk the Plank for sure. We don't know the power requirements for modern format yet. Yeah, if it drops from 100,000 to 50,000, that would be incredible. I have no idea. Here's my guess though. I don't think bronze probably changes that much. I don't know why it would. Maybe bronze 2 goes down to 500. That almost seems silly to me, but sure. I'm gonna guess silver 3. I feel like it makes sense that it goes down to 10,000 power. Will they be that generous? I don't know. My thought would be here, silver 3, 10,000. If I was making it, what I would be doing is silver 3, and I'm not in charge of Splinterlands in case you don't know that. It's silver 3, 10,000 power. Silver 2, 25,000 power. Silver 1 would be 50,000 power. Or maybe you can get away. Let's go 40,000 power. And then gold 3, I could see it dropping to 75,000 power. I'd be shocked if it dropped all the way to 50,000. That would be awesome. I don't see that happening, but even if it's 75,000 power, it's a little bit more realistic at least. How was my day? My day was good. I've just been trying to update the channel as much as I can. So it's been good. It's been fun. All right. So that's my strategy thinking about the Splinterlands market. My guess, things are going to continue to go down for the next couple weeks, especially as the general sale comes. I'm buying up little here and there. The deals that I'm happy with, again, you want to scale in. You don't want to wait for the bottom because you will never guess the bottom perfectly. I think Dwayne was the one that said it in our collab video. I loved what Dwayne said. He said, you have to be humble enough to realize you will not guess the tops and the bottoms perfectly. And so these prices are good enough now to start buying up a little bit with hopes that they go even lower after the general sale hits and buy up even more then. So you want to scale in a little bit here, a little bit here. General sale hits a little bit more, a little bit more. Keep finding those deals until you finally have put in your full investment, or maybe not all of it, but you know, a amount that you're happy with, I guess is a better way to say that. So that's the strategy for Splinterlands right now. A couple other interesting things. DEC price has been still trending down. We'll talk about that in a second. Now back to 0.0047, let's say. Vouchers are at 280, which again, I really don't think it's worth it as small investors to go out and buy these vouchers and buy packs. So really what I'm doing is I'm actually taking my vouchers and I'm selling them. So if you want some vouchers, you can take them from me. I only have like 0.36 a day, so it's not that many, but I would rather take that value and then go put that in the general sale or put it into monsters and summoners that I want. Then we got SPS back to 22 cents. Land is back down to $600. As small investors, I would be a little bit weary about land with it being unknown. And then chaos packs themselves are $5.31. But again, the average pack opening is $5.18. So why are you buying up a secondary pack market? You don't get any airdrop points, and you're most likely, on average, to lose value. Why are you buying them at this price? Stop it. Stop it, okay? Don't do it. All right, so let's actually take a little bit of a look at SPS and DEC. Can you guys see that well enough? Hope that's big enough. I might be able to. Can I zoom in at all? No, that's gonna make it. That's gonna make the important part even smaller, isn't it? Okay, whatever. Let me. I know there's a way. Apparently my mouse is not finding the button I need to make it actually zoom out for us. Hello? Come on. Jeez. Okay, whatever. Alright, so if it's not big enough, let me know. I can try to go full size here. Sorry. I got some allergies going on. Small people. I know, I need to stop saying small people. What I mean is small investors. Big yikes. Nope, not full webcam. Yikes, that looks bad. Alright, just a second here. I want to make sure you guys can actually read things. Alright, we'll just go full screen here so you guys can see some of my horrible TA. Alright, so again, just to caveat, I'm not a TA expert. I've studied a little bit, but today we're practicing together. Just so that you guys can see what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling about the market, and then you guys who are smarter than me and have better technical analysis, like Crypto Llama, you can come in and say, hey, you're doing it wrong, or you're not correct in your analysis. But I think that this will at least give us a general idea of where I feel like the market is and what the time is to do. What are some of the actions that we can start taking? And Kian Lee says, should we buy SPS right now? I'm going to make a video on that here probably this week. But let's do some TA on it, my very basic TA, and I'll give you guys some thoughts as we go along. So essentially my TA, what I like to do is I really just like to look at Bollinger Bands, moving averages, and then sometimes I look at other indicators, but all the time, a lot of the times I feel like indicators can sometimes, you know, not be a good enough reason just to buy or not buy something, if that makes sense. Okay. I really wish I could drag this down. I could drag it down earlier, I swear, and now I'm like just so lost on why I can't click and drag and make the screen size different. I'm using Dex Guru right now. If you've never used this site, I've found this one. There we go. We at least can remove that. I found this site, Crypto Llama passed it on to me. It's better than some of the other ones I've used in the past, like DEX tools. Hey, we got Sugar Mum in the house. Kyle Mumpoles, also known as Sugar Mums. All right, so SPS, here we go. Here's my thoughts. We got, as I said before, really I just like to use resistant lines. So this is kind of where we topped out. This was way back in October. And even before the rest of the crypto market took a big hit, the crypto market really took a hit starting on my birthday, ironically, or I guess fittingly, November 15th. So the whole market, I would say, across crypto has kind of been down for the last month and a half, but SPS has been on quite the decline all the way back from our highs in October, let's say 15th. So yeah, a lot of people are upright full screen window. That helps a little bit. There you go. Thank you. Saghar TV, thank you so much. I don't know why I couldn't find that earlier. All right. So yeah, a lot of people are saying, okay, SPS airdrop, we're ending, we're about halfway through. So that's one is bullish. The private sale tokens, which I just got an email about, those are being, what was it, April those are done? So the supply of SPS coming out here in a couple months is going to be way, way less. Now, SPS will be able to be play for earned like Chamba is saying. But the thing is, if you go look at the SPS white paper, the play to earn tokens are more. Yes, I think it's, what is it? Not 900, is it 900 million? I think it might be, so if the airdrop was 400 million, this is 900 million for the play to earn. Maybe I'm picking that up wrong, but it's just over double of what the airdrop is going to be. But this play to earn SPS is going to be rewarded over 5 years instead of 1 year. So the actual supply rate of the play to earn SPS should, in theory, be less than half of what it is for the airdrop. So you're going to see a lot of SPS come out, but it's going to be over a longer period of time, which should make the supply, in theory, at least decrease the rate that it's coming out. So as long as demand comes back up, fundamentally, I think we will see SPS price go back up. We don't know how much. Of course, a lot of that is dependent in the crypto market as a whole in general anyways. But I'm pretty bullish long term. I'm not saying the next month, 2 months, 6 months. I'm saying a year from now. I don't want to say for sure because price predictions is garbage, right? But I would be surprised, I guess, in my theory, if it's not over $1 in a year. There's so many factors though, so who knows? Rick, morning. How's it going? All right, so here we go. As far as SPS, really, we've seen this huge increase. This was all Chaos Legion pre-sale. So before the sale even happened, people heard about vouchers and the utility of SPS came way back up. And since voucher price has gone down, the pre-sale ended, you know, there isn't much motivation to earn a bunch of vouchers, you know, when they're $2.50 compared to when they were, at one point they were $25. And so I think we've just continually seen this decline as people are getting more and earning more SPS, but they're also less utility, less reasons to go out and buy and stake SPS right now. I think there'll be more in the future. They keep talking about it as a game. I think Splinterlands, from what they're saying pretty much in all their AMAs and all of their media, is that they want and care more about the SPS price than they do about the DEC price. They haven't flat out said those words as far as I know, but basically that's everything that I'm hearing them say is, yo, we want to give more utility to SPS. We're going to use Rift Watchers. You're going to have to buy Rift Watchers the next card set in SPS instead of DEC like they used to do. So there's lots of things for SPS that I think the future is pretty bullish. But if you look at the chart wise, we're pretty much just bouncing off of the lows here that we found as 18 cents. So the last support that we had way back here, the lows in September 15th, was 22 cents. So we broke that support, actually came under 20 cents for some price discovery. But essentially support ranges, from what I've learned, is that a support line, you know, you can draw it from here, let's say, because this was the lows back in September. The line is never actually like a perfect line, right? It's a range. So even though it dropped all the way to 18 cents, it barely broke that line. So I could still say that this is maybe just a support range that we saw. But this chart is pretty ugly as far as priced. You know, we just see a lot of bearish candles all throughout, pretty much trading underneath. So this Bollinger Band here is the moving average 20. And we've been pretty much underneath this almost all the time, except for we came up over it in November 25th. So we peaked over it yesterday just slightly, but then it came back down. So right now, I would say this is an accumulation phase. This price range here, you know, if it hovers around, let's say this low of 18 cents to the 25 cents, if it hovers in this range for some time, this is where I'm looking to buy. This is the opportunity. You don't want to buy it when it's up here, you know, at $1, when the candles are huge bullish candles that have just run up, bullish engulfing over and over again, and you're at the top of the Bollinger Band. You want to wait until the Bollinger Bands squeeze like this, which means volatility is low. Bollinger Bands, they just measure how big or small are these candles, how big are these movements. And as this Bollinger Band gets shorter and shorter, it means it's squeezing. It means that a lot of time is spent in one price range, which means usually it's accumulating to explode upwards. Or, you know, if it does fall beneath support, then of course, yeah, it can still continue in this downtrend. But my guess is that we float around this range for quite some time, especially with the airdrop still here, until maybe Rift Watchers hits in March or April. We need more SPS to buy Rift Watchers. Then maybe we see a price from there. So I'm not saying SPS goes up anytime soon. What I am saying is I still think this is a great buying opportunity. I think this is a great time if you're wanting SPS, if you believe in the game, you want SPS governance, if you want Rift Watchers, if you want, you know, all those things that in the future SPS is going to be used for. I think this is a time that we should be looked to be buying, and we might be sad because, yeah, we bought some over here. I know I bought some SPS over here once it was like 40 or 50 cents, and I could be beating myself up and saying, oh, I should have just waited. Well, again, you never know the price bottoms or the price tops. And so, yes, it could go down below 18 cents again, but I am happy to buy it here. I'm happy to buy it at 15 cents. I'm happy to buy it at 10 cents because, again, my long-term hold is that this flips over $1 at some point, maybe in a year or 2 years. Could be even more than that. I don't know. It will. It's hard to say. You know, price prediction. There's no real thing as price prediction because it's all a crapshoot. But that's my strategy as far as I think now is the time to start buying up SPS if you are wanting the use case for it. If you want to hold it long term. Do I think SPS is going to be listed on major exchanges like Binance? Yes, at some point. They've talked about it in AMAs. They're not actively trying to get it on KuCoin and Binance and all these things. But at some point it will happen. And usually when that happens, usually you see a 2, 3, 4, 5x spike. That happened to me when I was playing on Wax blockchain. It got listed on Binance. It went from 10 to 15 cents all the way up to 45 cents. Pretty much day one of it being on Binance. So it is definitely a possibility. Sunflower Farmer, thank you, We All Camp. We All Camp, shut up. Nice, I like your name. I've been tracking Sunflower Farmer, the stats on it. Friday, I'm gonna do a list of the 5 hottest NFT games each week. And so I'm gonna do a little bit of studying on that. I haven't actually fully jumped into the game yet or looked too much into it. So I can't speak on Sunflower Farmer, but it seems to be picking up, and for whatever reason it's getting a lot of traction. And come Friday I'll have done enough research and have a video out by then, because I'm assuming at this point it's going to make the top 5 of the week. SPS will continue to increase over time. I'm going to continue hoarding all I can. Wish I bought at 18 cents. Well, that's the thing, you could have bought up here at $1. So what if it comes back down to 18 cents? This is just a better time to buy. If you didn't sell off, that's fine. Just buy up here. Or buy here more if you can. You know, convert some of your DEC even if you want. And, you know, at one point we might be like, oh, shoot, we bought it from $1. But will you really care if you bought it at $1 if 5 years from now it's worth $8, $9, $10? I don't think so. I could see SPS falling farther, but the price has very little to do with its value. Yeah, for sure. Another thing we can look at real quick here, I like to look at on balance volume, which essentially just tracks the volume over time. Essentially on balance volume just kind of totals up all of the volume that we've ever had from this chart. So the on balance volume pretty much is tracking with the price here, and that's basically what you want to see. Sometimes if on balance volume is going up while price is going down, usually that means a reversal is coming. Or if the volume is if price is going up but volumes hasn't gone up with it, then that usually there's a reversal going downwards from there. So I would say generally the on balance volume is looking like we are I would say tracking pretty well with price. You can see the volume didn't drop down too much, like, you know, the 20 cents last time we saw that volume was down here at about 46 million, and now volume is about 80 million here on the on balance volume. So I think that's actually a bullish long-term play. I don't think that means an immediate reversal. That's not what I'm saying, but I think the people that are buying it, I would say more people are buying than selling, even though price is still going down. So that to me speaks more of more and more people are accumulating this, which for long term is good, even if that doesn't mean a quick price movement right away. I need to add a couple digits to my stake total. I know, I do too. I need to. Have I tried Axie? I've not gotten to Axie. I wish I had the money and funds to do it, but I just don't think Axie will be in my reach, unfortunately. I'm happy accumulating 20 to 25 cents too. Yep. I'm telling you, every time it goes below 20, just buy that sucker, man. If you can, if you have the funds. Again, I'm not recommending that you go FOMO into it, but if you have the ability, it is a good time. DEC on the other hand, let's talk about DEC. Let's put in some support and resistance here. You want to get as many touches as you can here on the support lines. You can also argue maybe here, but that only had one touch. Let's see if you can even get on balance volume on this thing. All right. Whoop. So yeah, I mean, DEC, kind of what they've talked about as far as DEC, essentially what I'm hearing from the game is, again, they're not coming out and right out saying this, but I feel like a lot of the sentiment is DEC, yeah, we want to give utility to it. We want to give more options for it. But essentially what they said in their last email with this explanation of Rift Watchers using SPS instead of DEC is that the airdrop points for DEC itself give enough value to DEC. I mean, this is the only reason it spiked from 0.001 all the way up to at one point being 0.015. Besides the airdrop points, I don't think you can really make an argument that DEC is pumped this much. I mean, what else are you spending DEC on besides guilds and stuff? You're not burning it for any other reason. You're just buying up DEC for the SPS airdrop points. And that's kind of what they said. They said for now, it has enough utility. Now they said in the future, once the airdrop ends, they'll come up with other ways to use and spend DEC. But to me, that is still a red flag that they're not using it for Rift Watchers. Rift Watchers was supposed to be this pack opportunity that you could only buy with DEC as a burning mechanism for DEC. So throughout the airdrop, we're going to be holding it for SPS, but now the airdrop is halfway, as you know, almost a halfway point. We've seen DEC price already go down quite a bit, and I just don't think there's enough use cases for the price to keep going when we're inflating DEC week by week as in-game rewards, with the only utility being airdrops. I think people that wanted airdrop points probably already got a bunch of it back here when they were wanting to buy up for more of the airdrop. Once it started coming back down, I think people got scared, trying to sell it out of their DEC, get rid of it before it dumped. And now we are seeing prices all the way back at 0.0045 when it was at 0.015. So essentially a, whatever it is, like a 70% decrease. Let's see, does this, I think it has a ruler. Gosh, I can't even see right now. So yeah, I'm guessing a 70%, yeah, almost on the money there. 70% decrease. So with the fact that they're not bringing in more functions for DEC until after the airdrop, to me that just says, hey, expect low prices on DEC for the next 2 months or whatever it is, 4, 5, 6 months. So what I'm doing with my DEC, I still have some because I want the SPS airdrops, but I'm very hesitant about adding more to my DEC position. With SPS price already at 20 cents, I feel like this is the time that you should probably move away your strategy, or at least a little bit like I'm doing, and to start buying just straight up SPS instead of buying DEC to get the SPS airdrop. Especially because once the general sale hits, more and more packs are going to be bought, which means more and more airdrop points will be out on the market, meaning each DEC is going to be worth less of the total percent airdrop points. So you can buy up 1,000 DEC now, and you're essentially getting less SPS airdrop than if you bought 1,000 DEC, 2 months ago before Chaos Legion came out and before other airdrop points were being released. So it just makes me think that even now, more so than ever, DEC, I'm using it to buy cards. I'm using it on rentals. I'm, maybe converting a little bit into credits to buy up packs and other cards from the general sale. But holding on to DEC, you don't really need to even do TA on it. You can see it has just been on a tear of a decrease down from here under the MA20, under the Bollinger Band, the bottom of it. I think this candle is probably just something random from the decks. I don't think that's accurate that it dropped all the way down there and then came back up here. So nothing about this looks bullish to me. Maybe you can make an argument that it's finding support where it did way back here around the 0.04 and maybe has a chance to recover. But again, for those fundamental reasons, for the next 6 months, I just don't see that happening. And so I'm very hesitant about buying more DEC. I'd rather just buy up the straight SPS and not worry about the airdrop that's decreasing anyways. So my recommendation, spend your DEC where you can. It could even see lower lows from here, especially if the rest of the crypto market keeps going down. All right, so that was a lot of me talking. Let me see if I can answer any questions that came in here. Auto compounding SPS from staking is the best move, I think. Yes. So let's just real quick, APR to APY calculator. Let's see if I can find a good one really quick. So Splinterlands, it went down to about 40% APR. I think even less. Let me just jump on. Might as well look at the official number. So the more people that stake SPS, oh, a full power gift. Thank you, full power. Coming in clutch. Didn't even see that. Thank you. Much love. I'll always take those gold power cards. Those are awesome. Just to add those powers. So right now, though, what was I saying? APR has dropped to about 39%, and as more people stake SPS, that will continue to drop. But even then, 39% APR, if you're doing as, who was saying it? Chamba, if you auto compound, so you claim, you restake, you're actually getting APY. So it's not that big of a jump, but if you're taking your SPS daily, restaking that, you're still getting almost a 50% APY. So over a year, if you have 1,000 SPS like I do, you're going to get 500 from staking. If that holds, it might dip a little bit, but still, I still think it's worth staking because you're going to get vouchers, you're going to get other utility out of it, enter in tournaments, things like that. I think someone else was asking about staking SPS. You get voucher drops. They're going to make more and more. I have full confidence in the Splinterlands team that they're going to make more and more reasons to stake your SPS. They want that because it means that you're invested into the game, for one. Two, that means that more people are holding on to it and not selling it, which means that the price has a better chance of going up. So you got that. You got the vouchers. You got Rift Watchers for SPS. You have SPS governance coming out, where we're going to be able to vote for those who have SPS staked on what we want to do with all the funds that are coming into Splinterlands. I think it was, what did they say in the, I can't remember, it was either like $4 million or something in crypto that is in this treasury. So yeah, I mean, I think that's, why not stake your SPS? I mean, unless you're trading it, if you're an active trader and you want to, you know, try to sell high and buy low and keep accumulating that way, if you're not a confident trader, just stake it. You're going to get that 40-50% APY, and I think it's just totally worth it. All right, we got a couple gifts here. We'll take a quick break. Mum Pulls gifted us a pack. Dude, our Sugar Mom coming in clutch here. And in the Dell with a gold demented shark as well. Dwayne OP. You guys gotta go check out Dwayne. If you don't know Dwayne already, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But I think Sugar Mom gave us a pack last time too. So we have 2 packs we might as well open now. Let's see. Yeah, DEC liquidity pool. You can still use the liquidity pools. I'm putting some of my SPS with my DEC liquidity pool. So that's 40,000 of my airdrop points. That's over half my airdrop points. So it's still possible to do that. I'm less and less bullish on that as the airdrop days go by and as the total airdrop points increase. This used to be down, I think once I started under 8 million, now it's at 10.5 million. Once the general sale hits, we're gonna see airdrop points increase to 12, 13, 14 million airdrop points all across the board. So your airdrops are gonna decrease if you're not increasing your airdrop points. Let's see. Even if it's like 1% APR, I'll still stake. Staking for long term is good, especially if you think SPS will be valuable. Yep. And again, being governance, that's going to be based on what you stake as well. Unless you get BAT when doing it as well. SPS losing me money. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. It doesn't matter what the price does as long as you're holding it long term. The only time you should care about price is when it is when you're gonna buy it or when you're gonna sell it. If you're not gonna sell it right now, you don't need to worry about it going down unless you're an active trader. I know, Rick. I know, Rick. They give me so many gifts. They're too kind. When I started playing the game, I feel like I'm a CEO. I know, right? It's like the weird finance plus gaming. It's so weird. But it's awesome. That's why I love this game, right? That's why I think most of us are here. Oh, yeah, I need to get potions before it. Oops. Let's buy up some potions. Not 500. I need to buy some potions here anyways for the packs I'm going to buy eventually. Might as well just get 50 now. Don't forget, my wife heard your comment. She said, "Oh, I agree." Wait, which comment? That Dwayne is amazing? Dwayne is the best ever. He's the most incredible husband of all time. Not that I would know, but I was just hoping your wife would hear that one. Yeah, when you hold packs, you get more airdrop points. That's true. I don't have that many packs though. These are just gifts, so I feel like I gotta open up gifts because they're gifted anyways. Okay, we have not had a legendary card. Give me a legendary card. I haven't had one. I've opened up like 10 packs. Come on. Is that not enough? Nope, no legendaries. Okay. How about a gold then? We haven't had a gold for a while. Soul Strangler. We at least get our 1 rare. Chemist. Another rare. Nothing great. 3 rares. And a Rift Wing. Okay. Nothing crazy in that pack. 3 rares. Better than none. Or better than 1. I guess you're guaranteed 1. Alright, this is the time, guys. Legendary. 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 Come on. Nothing. Where's my legendary? Okay, we get another rare. Disintegrator. Leech. Oh my goodness, these are garbage. Well, thank you for the gifts, Mom. This is why you... Sugar Mom, this is why you gave me these packs, right? You knew that they would be nothing. I'm just kidding. Much appreciated. I love opening up packs, even though that was not the best pull. That's still okay. Thank you. Much love, much love. Did I buy those potions with DEC? I meant to do credits. I thought I did credits. Yeah, quest potions just aren't worth it anymore. I thought they keep saying that they're gonna remove the quest potions anyways. All right, so lastly, let's practice a little TA for some fun. I want to look at the market for Bitcoin. Again, there's many people that are going to be better than me at this, but I want to practice my own TA skills for fun, for getting better at it, and just to give me a general sense of where I feel like the market is at. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Where are you guys at with Bitcoin, ETH, all this market in general? Are you guys pretty bullish? Are you guys a little bit fearful? We just came off of, for Bitcoin, we just came off of some all-time highs here at 68,000. And from there, we have been essentially just all reds in the game. You know, we even at one point had that huge crash and touchdown at 42,000. Really what I like to do is from Rainer Teo, he says to draw your resistance and support lines by resetting the chart, zooming out 5 times, and then you want to come up with resistance and support lines that have the most touches. So for this one, I see 1 touch here, almost a 2nd touch there, a 3rd touch here, essentially a 4th touch, 5th touch, and almost a 6th touch there. So I think you can maybe even make an argument to move this up to a little bit, like the 42 marker. So around 42,000, I would say, is kind of where our support is under here. But yeah, to me, I'm not really, I don't know. I'm bearish, but I'm not insanely bearish right now. A lot of people, you know, so bearish coming down here, but I really think it's going to be the next probably week or 2 weeks where we really get to see what happens in this market. Does it make a turnaround? Do we start trading in this range, or do we, you know, really just come back down and again test this support 42? If we break through that 42, then I would predict that everyone's kind of saying, yeah, those numbers of coming back down to the 30,000 mark is where we probably have another really strong support. Again, these are just ranges. Don't think of these as just exact lines. But I'm interested the next time, if this keeps coming down, can we test the 42 and bounce from there? The more time you touch the support or resistance line, actually what I've learned is the weaker it gets, because less and less orders are waiting here each time it, in a short time period, comes and touches this 42,000. The other thing I would say is on this chart here, I got the yellow, the 50 moving average. We got the 200 moving average of the blue line. And then in the Bollinger Band of the red line is the moving average of 20. You can see they are all pretty much trending down. The 50 and the 20 are moving down. The 200 MA, you know, had been rocketing for a really long time. But even when we had this big run, you can kind of see that the 200 MA has really just flattened out because we had that huge dip there. And now we're trading below, closing even underneath the 200 MA, which that is never a great sign if you're a bull. So that's got me at least thinking that we're headed to the 42 range. Obviously, again, I'm not a price predictor, but it's definitely a little bit concerning. The other thing I would say is concerning, again, on balance volume tracks the total volume over time. You can see that essentially we're in a downtrend, even though we had eventually came back up. This is not, I wouldn't say this is an actual trend line, but you can see that from our high over here back in April to our high here in November, this would be a divergence on the on-balance volume, meaning even though price skyrocketed back up to all-time highs, less and less volume was coming in, which if you want to have confidence in a move here in crypto and in technical analysis, is as price goes up, you want the volume to confirm that. You want the volume to be going up. If price is going down and you're betting on price going down and you're selling things, you want the volume to confirm that by going down as well. So to me, those are some concerning signs. I'm not saying we're in this like forever bear market. Anything can happen. You know, everyone thought this was a huge bear market here until all of a sudden we exploded back in September and had a huge run from September to October, right? So You never know for sure, but that gets me to thinking, you know, for Splinterlands, for any game, Fayton Arena, it could be the new Sunflower game, whatever it is. Really, all these things are tied up to what happens to Bitcoin, what happens to ETH. You know, when these things move up, you usually see green in the market. When these things move down, you see a little bit of red in the market. So long term, you can even zoom out and go to a week. As far as the weekly chart, this is the only thing where maybe you can say there's a little bit more hope than the daily. But again, you know, we're starting to trade under the 50 MA. We're underneath the 20 MA on the weekly charts. And the only thing I could say about the weekly chart that I'm, you know, a little bit happy about is that, you know, we came off of these pretty bearish and then now are posting little tiny candles, which means the market is more in limbo and it's probably going to trade a little more sideways. I would imagine these Bollinger Bands to come and squeeze, which means less volatility. So, you know, we might have a couple weeks where we trade in a range before things really start to move. But the other thing you could predict from this is that maybe this is, you know, people are shorting the market from up here. And so these are people just closing their shorts and pushing the market back up a little bit before it goes back down again, because nothing moves in a complete straight line. So this coming down, bouncing up here, could see another essential, you know, boop, 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 is the thing that I'm worried about, I guess, which technically, even though I'm saying I'm worried about that, I would also a little bit be excited about that, because that means, again, that we could be seeing better pricing on cards, better pricing on SPS, better price on DEC, buying up all those things in Splinterlands. This next month or two could be a great chance, unless the market really, the bulls somehow come back and fight pretty hard on Bitcoin. That's the only thing that I guess I'm kind of worried about, is if there's not a big bull push, we might be in some trouble. You need my girlfriend to open your packs. Well, Rick, how about I send you the packs to your girlfriend and then you send all the cards back? So if you get a gold foil legendary, will you send it back to me? 35 packs and not get a legendary. That top crypto, that is pretty brutal. That's even worse than me. I've opened up like 12 now. No legendaries for me, but 35 is way worse. That's why I just hold my pack. Luck is never on my side. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Packs are not actually that worth it. I'd like to get into some P2E games, but all the coins are still massively overinflated in crypto. That's true. That's true. Even though that, we'll talk about that in a second. Even though that Bitcoin and ETH are coming down, a lot of these gaming tokens still have pumped a lot in the last couple of months. So even though they're down, they're actually still above where they used to be for a lot of tokens. So that's a good point. So maybe some of these gaming tokens, while they're discounted now, if they go down, maybe that's a better time to actually get into some of these play to earn games. You pay to lose any game you've ever played. That's true. That's how I always treat it. $60 at a time, just like I'm buying up any video game. If it goes to zero, then it's just like any other video game I bought the last 20 years of my life. I think it's because of the Bitcoin dominance drop. Yeah, we could look at the dominance, but I have it somewhere here on my list. Bitcoin dominance has been dropping for a while. ETH dominance, though, has fallen down for the last couple weeks as well. It's really the US Tether dominance starting to go back up. Total crypto market going down. Crypto market without Bitcoin down. And without BTC and ETH. Those are the ones where it hasn't come down quite as much. But they're still trading underneath the 50 MA. And Luke, yes, I get to keep common cards deal. If it's a gold foil legendary, you can keep all the other cards and just send me the gold foil legendary. Some of these card game cryptos may have a shot. Splinterlands, Gods and Change. Play to earn in general, most coins will drop to 1% of the current price. Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting theory. I can't say I agree with that. Well, it depends what you mean. If you mean the most of the games in general, yeah, I agree that 95% of play-to-earn games that are out today probably won't survive the next 2 to 3 years. That's why I'm saying if you're going to buy anything, think about games that you think will actually last. 3 to 5 years, what actually has potential to survive a bear market. Because, yeah, I think, Jimmy, you're smart in the sense of there's a lot of crappy games that have pumped like crazy just because of the craze of play to earn games. And those are the games that I am staying far away from. And so, again, games that I think will actually have a shot, not saying they will, have a shot, like a Splinterlands, like a Gods Unchained, like maybe a Fayton Arena, maybe, you know, if Star Atlas gets their stuff together, maybe Illuvium, if they get their stuff together, maybe Sandbox, maybe those things will last 3 to 5 years. But yeah, 95%, I really think, I mean, 95% of all games. I mean, look at the play to earn games. It's .net, right? Look at all these games. There is, let's see how many pages there are. Let's see, is there 20 pages yet? Nope. Okay. Is there 15 pages? Okay, so 15 pages minimum. So there's at least, maybe even, how many play to earn games listed do we have? Okay, apparently 15 was good. All right, we have 798 games. I really don't think most of these games will survive. Maybe 95% is too low. Maybe out of these 800 games, 3 to 5 years, maybe 10 to 15 of them will survive. I mean, think about gaming in general. How many games actually last 5 years? It's pretty rare that games are consistently played for 5 or more years. So I definitely think that, yeah, you got to be careful about which games you pick if you're holding them long term. If you're looking to flip them, you know, buy a game as it comes out and then flip it, well, I would wait for a bull market because it's not as profitable to do that in a bear market. You're more likely to lose money unless a game really, really pumps. But I'd be really careful about all these smaller games and really look to games that have long-term potential. Yeah, so I mean, last thing, let's just look at a couple more coins. I won't do full TA here too much as I need to get going to dinner and I need to go to the gym and work out here soon. But ETH, I would say, kind of the same feelings. I'm, you know, a lot of trailing under the MA20 here in the Bollinger Band. I think there needs to be another support line. I erased all my support lines earlier. I think 3,400 was where a lot of times ETH kind of touched as well, at least around that area. The only thing that's bullish for ETH is it's still above the 200 MA, so maybe if we get a bounce off the 200 MA and get a good bullish looking candle, maybe that's the time that this market will turn around a little bit. But again, I'm really watching to see what happens in the next couple weeks, and a little bit hesitant about the market right now, as I think most people are. The weekly candles don't look quite as bad. Maybe you can make an argument that this is just coming down and kind of accumulating down here at the support, and then has a chance to bounce off that. Long-term look for ETH is bullish overall. You know, still a pretty big uptrend from, you know, years ago. But it's getting a little dicey, I guess. So right now, but I think as Jimmy said, right? Let's see. Jimmy was talking about a lot of these games have already pumped up. So, you know, we're talking about Hive, which Splinterlands is running on. Has at one point was up around $3, which is just crazy. And now it's kind of fallen back down to its 50 MA. Star Atlas, I have some tokens. I want to say I bought them up around the 10-cent area, so it's kind of fallen down to where it was before. But I'm not too bummed about it because I'm actually getting more tokens from Radium Swap. I'm just putting them in a liquidity pool, getting more Atlas and Polis tokens, so I'm not too concerned about it. I don't know how much I believe in Star Atlas going forward, but it's one of those games that's just such a big project, it's hard to say. But if it does well, it could do really well. But we're seeing Star Atlas kind of run back down almost to its lows. So this isn't a terrible time to buy unless we continue to hit a huge bear market. then maybe some of these coins, as Jimmy said, might go, Atlas could, drop to, even below its previous lows of 7 cents. Polis, the governance token, same thing. It's actually trending down now, hitting new lows. It's lost the support of $6. So at least as the governance token for Star Atlas, it's the lowest time to buy. So you could, dollar cost average in. Here's what, if I didn't own some of this already, I would start doing a little bit here and there. Gods Unchained, those are one of the games that I think potentially has some good value, and I might start jumping back into Gods Unchained. But as far as the price, it's not looking insanely hot, kind of dropping back down to its lows, but it might be a good time. I think you can still play to earn Gods Unchained tokens though, so why buy this when you can just go play? I think it's 20 matches a week, and you have to win 7 of them, which is super easy to do, and you can go just earn free Gods Unchained tokens. Let's see, Jimmy. Yeah, a lot of people expect free money by just throwing at anything with the crypto tag. That's so true. Axiom and Splinterlands are the only stable games so far. Yeah, I mean, I would add Gods Unchained to that list. Their token is fairly new, but the game is coming back to stable now that the Forge is reopened. Crypto is good, but not all crypto is good. Back to, I was tracking the YGG token. That was up at $11. Now it's come back down. Illuvium's one of the ones that is still trying to maintain its support here, but it's fallen under its 50 MA, fallen under its 20 MA. So it's a little bit risky, but you could maybe, if there's a good bullish sign and the market's turning around, that this $1,000 price isn't too bad. I wanted to buy up some back here when it was like 600, but unfortunately, my Binance account wasn't working, and so I just said screw it, I'm not going to do it. Sandbox still really, high off of its lows. I don't have any Sandbox. Seedify, which is the Launchpad token. Wax is kind of falling back down. So yeah, a lot of interesting things. Engine is falling down. A lot of things have fallen down, but again, as Jimmy said, not quite to the lows that we could potentially see if we continue to hit a bear market. So if you do have funds that you want to invest outside of Splinterlands, this is a time where I would dollar cost average a little bit, see where it goes. Dollar cost. If you're looking to trade, I would not say this is a time to be buying things. This is, if you're an actual trader, this is probably the time you're looking to short things. When things come back up, short it from here. If it comes back up, short it from there. That's my guess that most traders doing. But because I'm just really more of investing into these games, I'm not looking to try to flip up and down in these games. I would say this is a good time to dollar cost average a little bit into these projects that could come down even further. And then, essentially the whole strategy of dollar cost averaging is to buy a little bit. Then once the price goes lower, buy a little bit now. So now you're bringing your entry point lower and lower and lower, and kind of scaling into your position, as we were talking about with our Splinterland cards earlier. So that's what I'm looking to do when I'm buying. And again, I'm a small time investor. I'm literally putting in maybe $50 at a time. I'm not talking about, hey, you should go all in, thousands of dollars into these projects right now. I'm just putting in a little bit here to kind of dollar cost down some of these projects that I do like, including, I'm not sure how I feel about Fayton Arena anymore. I like it as a game, but the tokenomics, I'm not sure. But let's just look at what price it's at now. So we got, sorry, I wanted coin market cap. THD is falling down to $6, which at some point it was at $20, so you can argue that's a good price comparison. And I think people were also saying that this had a token unlock, so a lot of the early investors sold a couple weeks ago. Man, it even hit $4 at one point again. Now back up to $6. If you want to start playing the game, you need THC to buy up some heroes. So 12 cents. I think you need 1,000 to go buy a Fayton Arena, whatever it is, the standard NFT box. So 1,000. I guess I could just do that in my head. Is it 1,000 at 12 cents? 120 bucks? Yeah, that seems right. So that's a little more than I really want to pay for Fayton Arena. So if it goes under 10 cents, maybe I'll think about buying up a Fayton Arena box. But let me just double check, because it is one that I'm playing for free to play. But as far as buying them, I have not actually gone out and bought one yet. Let's see. You can even buy some now for around 130, 114. Again, I'm not saying get into this project. It's just like the cheapest item possible right now. 10 bucks? What? Is that for real? Did they like use up all their battles already? They still have 200 battles yet. Wait, not for sale? Why did you say it was for sale? If it's not for sale. Ah, someone up already picked it up. I was like, that's actually a freaking good deal. Wait. $10 cluster. See, like, I just need to go buy these. If I can get one for 10 bucks, I kind of want to get one just for the sake of content creation. More so than actually going out and buying it for an investment. I just want one. It's going to be gone now, isn't it? A $10 cluster. I actually like this champion. And I just kind of want to check out the tokenomics of it. Ah, I don't have it. I probably have it in B&B, not wrapped B&B. I can't believe I'm doing this live. What am I doing? Okay. Sorry, I'm hiding what I'm doing just because I don't want to show my wallet here. Alright. So if we go to pancake swap, what do I need? Wrapped B&B? WB&B. And I need 0.02. Wrap. A wrap. I'm gonna pay a little fee, aren't I? Yeah. That's fine. Dinner time later, Dwayne. Have a good dinner. Have a good time with your wife or whoever you're having dinner with, your family, I'm assuming. Okay. Ah, someone bought it. Dang it. I knew that was going to happen. All right. Well, I'll come back later. Maybe I'll be ready next time there's a cheap. As soon as it finally wraps and the transactions are confirmed, of course, it went away. That's too bad because that was actually a hero that I already have. That, although this is a good chance, maybe I can buy a cheap one that of a hero I don't know. Anyways, enough about Fayton. Was there anyone else ones I was going to check? I do have a couple tokens for Continuum, but I don't think that thing has done anything lately. I think at one point it was at 20 cents, which I bought it around 5, which is, yeah. It's pretty much just kind of RPG, you know, think of, what's the game they compare themselves to? Oh, gosh. Not Terraria. What's the game? Why am I blanking on it? Gosh dang it. What's the game? Maybe they took that off. What's the game that's like Terraria, but it's more like the farming one? Gosh dang it, I don't know anymore. They dropped the price on boxes? Ah, okay. What are Fayton boxes now? Well, they didn't drop the price because this has always been 1,000 THC. It's just that THC went down in price. Bummer. I can't believe I missed that $10 opportunity. That would have been sweet. Well, I think that's mostly going to wrap it up for today. I wonder if you guys have any other questions. Stardew Valley, thank you, Rocky. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I couldn't think of Stardew Valley. Thank you, yes. I'm bearish on Fayton. Yeah, I'm definitely... I'm definitely not loving the tokenomics, but I like the gameplay. So that's why I'm like, I want to have one just to see what it's like earning. Chama, do I think alpha or beta cards will get cheaper? That one's a little bit harder to say. I think if the market continues to go down, everything will get a little bit cheaper. But the supply of these cards is going to just continually shrink and shrink. So I think it depends also on modern versus wild format. If they come out in wild format is like clearly better, then people are going to want to buy a lot of these beta cards up. So that's what I would look for. Play the modern and wild formats. And if people are like, wild format is so much more DEC earnings because everyone else is playing the modern format, then I would suspect that these cards would at least hold their value or potentially go up if the market continues to go back or starts to go back up after that. Do you think now is the time to buy untamed dice reward cards from modern due to lower prices before general sale? I would say as before, my strategy is to scale in a little bit now. There are good prices out here on the market. I'm buying them. They might go lower and I'll buy more then. So I'm buying a little bit of what I want. And then once the general sale hits and more supply comes out in the market, we might see even lower prices. So I'll buy even more then. So never try to guess the bottom. Never try to guess the top. You're not that good. No one's that good. You can be a technical genius. You can be a fundamental genius for trading for these markets. It's just not possible to predict. So prices are low enough where I think it's reasonable to start buying. Do I think they'll go lower? Yes, and that's when I'll buy even more. That's my strategy. Battle rewards for modern and wild are different. We don't know what they'll be like because essentially they will be the same DEC or there'll be two different DEC pools, but as far as I know, they'll have the same amount in them, but we don't know what is it based off of. You know, is it if more people are playing in modern, does that mean all the wild rewards they're going to be more for players there because less people are playing in the wild format? It's possible. So we don't know what they'll be exactly, but a lot of people are guessing because more people will be playing in modern that wild will be more lucrative in our rewards. So that's it for now. I got to go into working out, going to get dinner with my wife and all that good stuff. So just one last time, I would love to say thank you guys for showing up. Thank you to ZenSports. Go join to their Discord. Please go join the tournament that we are putting on, the Esports League. It's going to be freaking incredible. ZenSports coming out with a lot of things and they're supporting this channel. Thank you, ZenSports. You are awesome. I love them. And you guys should go check out their website, check out their Discord, and sign up for the tournament. I will see you guys on tomorrow. Let me pull up. I believe I put it on my calendar for 1 p.m. tomorrow. So you guys can expect me at 4 p.m. Eastern, around 9 p.m. UTC, I believe. 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, love you guys. It's been a great stream. It's been fun hanging out, just looking at the market, talking about Splinterlands strategy, talking about other projects, and practicing a little technical analysis. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in future streams and videos. I'm excited. First day, full-time content creation. We got more coming tomorrow, and I will see you guys then. Peace out.